Woods are just trees.
Are we on?
What?
Trees are just wood.
Very nice.
I'm not afraid, nor no one should. Oh, yeah.
We just thought we'd
We're
start
testing
this
our
off
voices here.
with some Into the Woods. Because we are going into the woods on this particular day.
Into the woods to Grandma's house. Into the woods to sell a friend. What's that line? When you're running from something scary, the best
It's
thing
the
to have
line
is a
is,
best friend.
Yeah.
So long
Slow
as the
best friend.
best friend is slow and clumsy.
Yes.
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 Because then you only have to outrun your friend and not the thing that might kill you.
It's so mean.
It is mean, but I mean, I'd love to have you with me if we're
Welcome,
running.
Florida Rose. Welcome to the madness. I feel like we need like a lightning strike.
Sorry. Speaking of our last topic, I think I would like you a scary movie, Bree, because you are
can
clumsy
outrun
and
her.
slow.
You kidding me? I'm like as graceful as a gazelle when something's running after me.
I've watched you run,
Welcome,
Bree. That's
returning
not
shadow.
true.
No, I'm clumsy. I'll take the force with me as I go.
Rachel's here. Hi, Rachel.
Rachel! Welcome! Is that Jacob of mine on? I don't think so. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, she's got surgery. Florida does.
No.
Hope you start
been
feeling
healing
better.
Oh, good. She says she's healing.
Good.
Or he. I'm so sorry, Florida Rose.
Shelly, did you see the comment Shadow said?
Oh, it's in the mail. Did you not?
Yeah, it's in the mail. It hasn't gone there yet, Shadow?
Oh, man. Must be that doggone mail.
You know, they're so slow.
I know.
You know?
What was the thing? What is
What was the deal about the
Welcome,
flat
Caleb.
screen? So,
Welcome,
Good
Caleb.
evening from Texas.
oh, sorry. 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 Sorry.
It's storm and thunder
Is it
booming
Caleb
in
like
here, Florida.
Caleb?
It literally spells his name.
Oh, there it is.
Hear
Okay.
you, so you don't have to
Okay.
do that if you don't want to.
Wait, yell? Oh, it's
Oh,
okay.
am I
Why,
yelling?
why are you typing
It's for
back?
those
They
people
can
that
hear
are
you.
only-
No, I didn't know if he knew if
Oh.
he was
It's okay.
chatting and stuff.
Into
Yeah,
the
they can hear
woods.
you. This out, a friend.
Into the
Oh, you
woods.
spelled it right here. Good job.
I don't know. any
Oh,
of this.
Florida's doing great.
Oh,
Good,
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 good.
Florida Rose.
I feel
Why
like
do emoticons?
Emote, Dad. Just emote.
I get emotions.
Bree, I found your long lost twin
What?
sister. Okay, I looked at that long lost twin sister, and I don't think she looked anything like me. And then I went to Dad and Shae, and they're like, no, she's like a
Oh,
duplicate.
look at this.
I was
Look at
like,
this.
I did not say that.
Melvin.
I said she had a couple
Did you see
similar
Melvin?
things.
Melvin says, it's 2 a.m. here in London, but I'm not going to sleep until the podcast starts. Thank you. I guess it's going to be sleep training.
I made it for the first 5 minutes, but
Yeah.
y'all took too long, so good night.
You know,
Oh, good. It stops.
You can move from London out to the
You know
U.S.
what it,
What?
you know what it is, don't
What?
you?
What?
He's waiting for it to start because it's
Oh,
so
it says YouTube
boring.
is-
It'll
wait
put
a
him to
second,
sleep.
guys.
What?
YouTube is acting up. Keeps wanting to buffer.
Oh no!
Oh, is that our internet?
Oh no! Into the woods. Into the woods to Grandma's house. Into the woods. I feel like it should be a remix.
I am. Oh. I'm testing it right now. Yeah.
I know.
Our downloads are about 5 meg right now. For downloads. Let me see what the uploads are. Yeah, uploads are about 5 meg, 4.5, 3. So a little slow
Sorry.
today.
We might be a little slow.
Maybe if we move our
We've
lips
had them.
really slowly, it will catch.
Everyone will think there's something wrong with their
Yeah,
computer.
everyone's like,
They'll
what
be
is
like, what
happening?
is going on?
Wait, the
I-
boys are out doing.
Guys.
Guys.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, the young men are out doing welding and
Hey,
stuff.
you guys
So
got 30 seconds.
they're
and
not
we're
using
live.
computers.
We have 30 seconds.
Oh,
30
goodness.
seconds before
Okay,
you
we
see a
didn't even
picture.
prep the
Don't
peoples.
panic.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Okay, I got my panic out.
Ready to go live, guys?
Oh no, it's
No.
going bad again.
Yes.
Hi,
No.
Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Machart?
My shark.
Machart.
Sure.
It's
She's
such
probably
a
from.
cool last name.
She's from London too. I don't know.
You think?
Maybe she's French. She's Moshi. Moshi.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah, we're ready.
5 seconds. Here we go.
Ready.
Oh,
Welcome. What? Welcome to another My Little Podcast. Me and Shae have been going down the rabbit trail of interesting facts and theories on the internet. We have found YouTube videos with lists of different, just different strange
just entertaining
facts.
things.
Just interesting. And we've been down this rabbit hole all week. We were so excited. We're like, we have got to do a podcast on this and drag you along with us. So if you would like to join in on the discussion, me and Shae have got... we've each picked a couple of different subjects that we would like to divulge, both facts and theories of different fun subjects. And Dad is going to be, he's in Command Central, he's on the live chat, so if you would like to join into the discussion with a comment or a question or a comment, you are welcome to do so. And at the end, we are going to take all kinds of comments and questions when we wrap this up. Hopefully we'll have enough time to do that, so if you've got anything off topic...
I can make up answers on spot, so...
We can. We're gonna make stuff up. It's theorizing time. No. Anyway, so, is everybody clear on what we're doing?
Yes,
Are we
absolutely.
set?
Well, actually,
Are we
Dad's
set?
in the dark.
He's in the... Yeah. Dad just got home. If you noticed,
Yes, I'm
his
sorry.
apparel-
I didn't have time to
his
change.
apparel.
He didn't have time to dress down for the podcast.
Yes. Normally I
'Cause
wear a
we're just
sweaty,
that
oily
chill.
t-shirt. Don't
Anyway.
shave for 3 or 4 days.
Well, I mean, you can't see
What?
the bottom half, so you could be in like
Bunny slippers.
like bunny slippers,
Yeah.
or like SpongeBob pajama bottoms.
Shh, don't get my
Pajami
secrets
bottoms. I like that
Pajami-
term.
Pajami bottoms.
Okay, so anyway, to
bottoms.
start us off,
interesting
to
facts.
get us into my first fact and theory, and you might have
Is?
heard of this, drum roll, is the Oak Island Money Pit is my first subject of the evening. And I first learned this through a Rhett and Link podcast, and I was so enthralled, I had to learn more about this. And you'll see up on screen the Oak Island, which is right there. So I'm going to set the scene for you. This is an Oak Island is off the coast of Nova Scotia. It is in the country of Canada.
It is.
And we have the picture there. And then you can see the mysterious shores swathing up on those sandy beaches.
Swathing up.
I'm setting the tone
Froming
here.
and
I'm setting the tone
swathing.
here. Okay. So in 1795, this is by the way, before I begin this is the legend. So some of this may or may not be true.
That's why they call it.
That's why they call it
a legend.
a legend.
Yes.
Yes. So in 1795, Daniel McGinnis found a slight depression in the ground on Oak Island. It was like a square depression.
He must have been drinking McGinnis.
He was supposedly fishing. We don't know.
He tripped and fell.
Nobody was there. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Him and a couple of buddies began to dig with picks and shovels in the hopes of finding treasure. At around 10 feet down, they ran into a layer of flagstone. Below that layer was packed oak logs at 10 feet intervals. So they kept finding these intervals. And they get down to another oak log thing, and they're like, all right, guys, it's going to take a lot more than us to do this, so we need some more funding and stuff. So it takes them 9 years to get funding and go back to Oak Island, but they finally do it. They get somebody to back them. And I'm finding my place again. So anyway, they continue digging, and they find more layers of oak planks, and they find
Poison oak?
coconut fiber down there.
No poison oak?
Oh my gosh. They find coconut fiber and putty, and they're at these 10 feet intervals.
Oh,
It's very
10
strange.
foot. Okay.
At 27 meters, they uncover a stone, and it has an inscription engraved on it.
Oh.
Right? They had it translated. They had it translated.
Okay.
They had it
That's a
translated.
Canadian term, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
They had it translated, and they thought that it read, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds are buried. And we have a picture of that stone right there. That's actually a replica
The
because
stone.
the original one ended up on someone's fireplace, and it's never been seen again.
Wait,
Oh.
seriously?
Yeah, I'm dead serious about that.
Well, how do you
Oh
know?
my goodness.
Wait. How do you know it's never been
We
seen
don't know.
again when?
We don't know.
It ended
It's-
up, how do you
it's
know
a
it's not a
legend.
fireplace?
It could. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I just.
You
These
just-
are I'm
you're just the
repeating what I've
messenger
heard.
here.
I'm just the messenger.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, make it fake news. We'll make
Yeah,
it up.
we'll make it fake.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So it actually wasn't translated properly though.
Oh, okay.
It's actually Egyptian. It's in Egyptian. It's like a rare
Wow.
version of Egyptian, and it actually reads, "The people shall not forget the Lord. To offset the hardships of winter and onset of plague, the Arif, he shall pray to the Lord." Is actually what that stone reads.
Wow.
But of course, they didn't know that. They thought that that 2 million pounds were
How did
buried.
they get money out of like something that sounds like scripture?
I don't know. I don't know. Nobody was there apparently, and
you know,
understood
the
it
whole,
was
the
Egyptian.
whole
Probably,
leaving
like,
Egypt
Oh,
thing,
I know what
you
it is. It's
What?
optimistic thinking.
Yeah, I think it is optimism. Like,
Oh,
we're gonna make this. So this is what it actually
We're gonna
means,
be rich.
guys.
Woo!
Okay. Okay.
Okay, wait. I gotta see.
Oh,
Matthew Gerard lives there, okay, in
Where
that
at?
area, and has
Oh.
been to the island. Yes.
Ooh,
He says, I asked him, I said, have you heard of this legend? He says, yeah, I've known of it my entire life. I want to go digging there.
Oh.
And of course he said, ha ha ha.
Oh.
'Cause obviously, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
kind of.
I don't know.
I feel.
Yeah.
This is a drum roll now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be put on the spot. Somebody actually knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
gonna be like, no,
But-
it's actually
But
this.
Returning
So
Shadow
no.
says the deeper they dug, they found a sign that said, next stop, Roswell, New Mexico. Thank you, Returning Shadow. You're
I
funny.
love that, but it's a
Yes.
theory because what actually happened. No, just kidding. So what they continue to dig
Yes.
on this thing, and believing themselves very close.
Oh, yes.
The party broke for the night, having reached another layer of logs, and it was poor visibility. So they're like, "All right, we'll continue this in the
So
morning."
it's a lot
okay?
of logs.
It's a lot of these things.
Yeah.
Okay, they come back the next morning,
Yes.
and the entire hole is full of water. And everybody's
That's what happens when you hit the water
what
line.
the heck? No, this was way past the tide level. Okay, it just fills up. So they're like, okay, guys, we need to do something.
Okay.
So they try bailing it out. They try pumping it out.
Yeah.
They can't get this water out of here. It just keeps returning. Okay.
Yes, okay.
All right.
It sounds like to me this Egypt Moses thing, and there's parting of the seas,
I know.
and
We
it's
don't
some
know.
spillover from
Something's happening.
the Dead Sea, you know, opening up and
Yeah.
in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, it
It's
was
probably
right
a
there.
blessing. Here, I'll give you water.
Yeah, exactly. It's salty and you can't drink it, but no.
Okay.
Anyway.
And
so-
Rachel says it's Egyptian.
Egyptian. That's
Was
what I
that-
heard.
yeah,
I don't know.
Rachel, she did read to us what it said. So you were there, right, Rachel?
All
I
right.
just
So
kinda
anyway,
curious.
so they come.
I
back.
love you. I'm kidding. You're actually.
Winter's about to take place, and so they come back the next spring, and they dig another hole on the side of it in the hopes of like breaking in,
Yeah.
and that fills up with water too.
That's such
So-
a sad
You know-
thing.
It just they can't win.
Oh no.
They
I
can't
wanna,
win.
It's a whole
are
water
you going to
thing.
talk about the name of it too? Because it's called the
Well,
Money
yeah,
Pit.
because Money Pit. Well, I was gonna. That's kind of where they ended it. They kind of the modern
I
technology
mean,
wasn't
they're
there.
throwing
And so they,
money
they
into
did. They
it.
came back. They came back, and there's been all kinds of people there. We have a and they found all kinds of stuff in there. Actually, they found. I'm sorry. As I go on, they found a human hand
Ew.
in there.
Was it alive?
No, I think it was just bones. To be honest. They found a parchment. Yeah, there's a picture of what they've discovered on it so far, and that's
wow,
that's the pit
that's the
right
map
there,
pit.
the borehole, and you can see there close-ups where they found what they think
Yeah.
is there. They think that there's a chest because they pulled up that hand and the parchment down there at that below level, and I heard something about a steel plate that's also down there as well.
Now
that they
steel,
picked.
we know. Okay, good. That helps
Or
us
some sort of a
determine the
plate.
age. Yeah.
It might have been some sort of it might have been an iron plate, but that'd be more. I don't know.
They're
I don't know.
Steel
Some
and
sort of a
iron,
plate.
Steel
they
and
found.
iron are like the same thing.
Water pump
So.
that just forgot to get turned on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it was.
yeah, exactly. And you can actually see there's holes that go into this thing from the ocean that actually cause that hole to fill up.
Well,
and
that
there's-
makes sense.
Yes, and those shafts were full of
Gold. Hands?
I wish. Oh my gosh.
Body
that would be
parts.
great. Ew. No. The coconut.
I
the
wish
coconut
body parts.
Fiber.
Ew.
It was full of
Coconut fiber
so that
in
the
Nova
water could get through
Scotia.
it. Yeah, I know, right? Crazy. It's we don't
You
even
know,
know.
I kind of like Clyde's idea.
What?
The stone was the 11th commandment. I like that. It's,
All right.
you know,
They,
the whole
okay.
palm tree thing.
I'm going
and
to stop you
I
here
like
because
Okay.
I want to talk about how a couple things that you haven't said is that for someone who doesn't know the area, coconuts are not anywhere near that.
Yeah.
Not anywhere near that area. Also, the engineering of this thing. I guess the
Yeah,
real question is
fabulous.
who exactly put it there? Why is it there? What's its purpose? Stop.
They have theories that it connects to the Freeman's treasure, the Freeman, the
Also,
national
the
treasure,
engineering
Freeman
of this thing for the time.
and who knows? Like, there's no idea why this thing is there. They're sure something's down there, but every time they go look, let's find more layers of stuff.
Shadow believes that another part of the island, there's another sign that says Leif Erikson was here. Spring break 1430.
Yes. And it actually has attracted several types of treasure hunters, including Eleanor Roosevelt in 1909.
Oh, yes.
We actually have a picture of him there with the diggers. So, with the... And
Those
then,
gold diggers.
Is it, don't
That's
they do...
the original gold diggers.
Don't
right
they
there.
do, like,
Yes.
time capsules, like,
this
is that
is
what the idea
elaborate
of time capsule
It
for
must be.
1400s?
It must be.
Yeah,
it
there
must
you go.
be.
I love it.
And there were some daredevils that
Yeah.
Oh my
purchased some
gosh.
land.
Can you
And they all
imagine?
died.
That's sad.
Okay, now there's a legend that
Bummer.
goes into this, right?
Okay.
Wait.
So-
Is this the ship of...
You said time capsules?
Yes.
What if someone like digs it up and there's like, like a teacap and like a little toy and
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
literally someone's time
Barney
capsule.
was
Yeah.
here. These
Okay.
are Barney's toys.
Okay, Florida Rose got it here. Or
Oh.
somebody else might have done it before that, but it's Norse. Norse explorers did that. It's a prank of some sort. I'm sure.
I think so. I
They
think
brought
it's
some
an
stuff back
April
from the Middle
Fool.
East and said, "Hey, let's just bury it in this big hole."
Let's just do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody will find
okay,
it.
So some
We're halfway
daredevils.
through, by the way,
I heard.
our podcast.
Really?
No.
Yeah, let's get to
Right?
the
We're at
next one.
609, dude.
What's the next one? It's 611.
We looks. Okay.
It's
I just
6:11.
wanna, we'll hurry up. Yeah, we've got a link and stuff like that. Anyway, I just want to quickly put in here that there's the legend behind this.
Oh.
Is that 6 people have died doing this, right?
Oh.
So the treasure will only be found when the 7th person dies and the last oak tree on Oak Island is gone.
Oh my gosh.
And we need one more person to kick the bucket.
Well, who was it? Was it?
And there's only one more oak tree
Yes.
on Oak Island. Apparently.
You know what's
What
sad
it
though?
reads
Okay.
here.
Well, then I don't suggest that.
Okay,
I don't suggest that Matthew Gerard goes.
Literally,
No,
someone,
don't go, Matthew.
Don't go, Matt.
Stay home. Don't go
So,
digging.
Literally, someone's gonna die, and then someone's gonna be like, "Quick, knock down the oak tree!
Cut
Knock
it
down
down,
the oak
cut
tree!"
it down, cut it down. No. Okay, Shae, so you have something
Yes.
for us. Yes, there is a link. There is a link to a website with all of the information, and we'll have that down in the description. We also have that Rhett and Link podcast if you're interested, but don't go anywhere because we've got some fun stuff. But
Yes.
those will be down in the description there if you're interested.
Okay, I'm nervous for some reason.
Okay.
So I've been watching a lot of Origins Explained because I'm a nerd, and a lot of it sounds more like theory than fact. But there's a couple things that I had to do my own research on because they sound very interesting. And so I actually wrote a little thing here, and I'm just gonna read it.
Is that the Who is Ferris Shae?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's called Who is Harris Burdick? Peter Wenders was a children's book editor in Boston. Over 30 years ago, a man named Harris Burdick came to him with 14 bizarre drawings, one from each of his manuscripts. The art included small captions. He told Mr. Wenders, sorry, I mispronounced that man's name earlier on.
Oh wait.
No, I'm just.
What, Mama?
No, I'm just wondering when to click to the next picture.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
You just interrupted her whole thing.
I was just saying go.
The whole flow stops.
Okay, you can do it again.
The
Well,
art,
not everything, but just.
the art included small captions. He told Mr. Wenders that he would be back with stories to accompany the images, if the editor was interested. They set a meeting, but Harris Burdick was not heard from again, and to this day we haven't the slightest idea where he went. Peter Wenders went in search of him, but he never had any luck. In 1984, Mr. Wenders gave Chris Van Allsburg the illustrations,
You got it, Florida.
and Chris published them in a picture book titled The Mysteries of Harris Burdick, in further attempt to find the man. Well, someone actually reached out to Van Allsburg and Mr. Wenders in 1993. He told them he'd purchased an entire library that previously belonged to a deceased woman. In the library was an old mirror with pictures from Through the Looking Glass. The mirror fell from the wall one day and shattered, revealing a neatly concealed illustration identical to Harris Burdick's other works. Sadly, Peter Wenders died in 2000 at the age of 91 without uncloaking the mystery. Harris Burdick has yet to be found. However, his work has inspired many other writers to create stories solving the mysteries in his art. In 2011, The Chronicles of Harris Burdick was published. a book filled with stories that were inspired by Harris's illustrations. It features authors like Stephen King and Louis Satcher. And then I've also got some links below too, and a couple other little minor facts, which I think I'll just read anyway. So recently, two young musical theater artist, composer Chris Miller, and lyricist Nathan Tyson created songs inspired by Burdick's pictures. You can listen to The House on Maple Street and Under the Rug. These are a part of a group of songs that attempt to create a single story that solves all the mysteries of Harris Burdick. Also, in 1993, Stephen King published Nightmares and Dreamscapes, a story designed to solve the House on Maple Street mystery.
Yeah.
So, this one interests me most because it's an author, and I love writing. But it's just like, here's this guy, he comes to a writer, he's like, hey, I could, would you edit these stories for me? Puts a couple pictures out there, like, hey, this is, if you like these, I'll bring the full stories. He doesn't ever come to return them. He just he just drops off the face of the earth. And the guy's like, where is this dude that said he had some stories for me to edit? And the pictures are very bizarre. If you look them up, there's even like, there's just weird ones. Like there's like this one where it looks like this, like old building, and there's a couple nuns sitting on the ground looking up. And there's a third nun in a chair floating like 20 feet above the ground.
Oh, wow.
And they also have like weird little just captions, and it just every time you see one, it just makes you think. So, and I think after all this time, if we actually did find his stories, we'd be like, this is what's it.
This is it. It's like the story pitch, the famous story pitch that was never complete.
Yeah, and we know he didn't, or at least we think he didn't die, because years later, we find more of his work in this library. So he's just like, I should publish these books. Here, take my illustrations.
It was a prank.
I don't know.
It's
know.
crazy.
What do you think?
I don't think so.
You don't think?
I think it was
Floating
probably
nuns?
something like he was ready to do this, and then he had drawn all these pictures. He had put all this together. He gave them to the guy. He probably had copies somewhere. And then he was like, I don't think I'm going to go with this editor. I don't. Maybe I just.
Somebody else.
And then he didn't. I don't think no one else has found him, so I don't think he went with anyone else. Or either he just makes it and decides not to do it. He never comes back to this dude.
Authors are wacky. It's just one of those things.
It's like, you know what? No, I kind of think he died.
You do?
Ooh.
I do.
Eventually, he did.
And I think that those other works he found were earlier works from him. That's what I think.
I read somewhere that it was like it was a day. It was a day later. Like the meeting that they set to get together was the day later. Oh. So if he died through the night.
Oh.
So
Not
that's why I'm.
Well, he was kind of an older guy, wasn't he?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Oh.
It's just Harris Burdick just sitting out there with all his illustrations.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Now,
what is inspired is
if he actually if it was a ploy, it was an amazing one. It was amazing. There's some other authors that have done like excessive research, like Lemony Snicket. He really had a bizarre
field day with it.
Yeah, like all these authors, he thinks that he's like Harris Burdick is still among us. He's just anyway.
That leverages the story a bit more, right? It makes it more fun.
But it's odd, is it not? It's just like, I don't think I'll publish this. And the pictures are just weird. So it's like...
Yeah, it's like, how can this story...
where does this story go?
How is this... What is this?
Yeah. It's like... I mean, like, the one with the nun is like, it's got to be about nuns, but why is she floating? I can't remember the caption on that one,
what wasn't there a flying nun?
But the captions are weird. Like, there was one that had a staircase and then a little rug wrapped up and just a room, And it said, the uninvited guest. It's an empty room. So you're, like, looking at it, and there's a rug in the corner, so I'm like, what, is there, like, someone wrapped up in the rug or something? Like, it's just freaking my brain out. It's like, who is the uninvited guest? Whoa, now.
All right.
Man.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Let me get you thinking.
I don't know if we have time for one more.
Yeah,
Do
we have time. Yeah, we have time. 19
time?
after. Yeah, 20 after. Yeah.
Okay. So and that was good shit. It's good.
I'm ready. Hit me.
Okay. So my next one is called. Pause for a second. The Spanish Master is what my next one is called, and I heard this name through my binge watch rabbit hole sessions on YouTube. You don't know where they take you. They just take you places. Yeah. And apparently I was in some sort of artwork. I must have been in some artwork rabbit hole. And I keep hearing I keep hearing the name, it's the work of the Spanish Master. It must be the work. And I was like, what is this Spanish Master, right? Well, I stumble into a DW documentary that focuses on it focuses on this person,
yes.
or it focuses on this we don't know focuses on this Spanish Master, right? And so anyway, the link to it is down in the description, but don't go away because I'm about to give you the lowdown.
We're ready.
So the Spanish Master is thought to be about 1 to 3 people who have been forging bronze heads since the 70s, and we have a picture of their what experts think is the work of the Spanish Master.
Okay.
Right there. And but what makes this story very interesting is when America was starting to do very well.
Yeah.
There was more people with a lot more money that were kind of coming to the table, living the dream, right? And what banks would suggest is for those people to invest in antiques. So this obviously created a huge demand for antiques in the industry. Well, the 70s come along, and all of a sudden, these unusual bronze heads start coming into the market. And the experts are like, they're beautifully done, these bronze heads, but there's just some nuances that aren't adding up. And these experts are looking at it, and they're like, something ain't right, okay?
Was there a Doctor Who involved in this?
No, there.
It does sound like a Doctor Who episode. You know what I mean? The bronze head mystery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so these experts are noticing, and what they notice is we have an Augustus Caesar side-by-side view of it. Here.
Yes, we are.
And what they noticed is over to your
the...
what would this be? Your right-hand side. See the clay bust over there to the side, and that's actually a copy of another of the actual original.
Okay.
You'll see how that face is incredibly relaxed. It's at peace. And then we look at what they think is the Spanish master's work, and you see how he has expression. He almost looks grumpy. He's got his eyebrows are kind of scrunched up.
Yeah.
He looks kind of mad.
Caesar was probably
his
mad.
hair has
Augustus
more
Caesar.
shades.
Yeah.
But we don't see that anywhere. That's like the only Augustus.
Look at the lighting though.
Yeah. Anyway,
I mean, how could you not look mad with lighting like that? You know
apparently, Augustus Caesar finding bronze heads or any kind of bust of him is very rare. So this is a really good example of it. And we know that that's actually a forgery. We do know that that's a forgery there. So anyway, we see, and in other works that have come across that they think is the Spanish Master, we see wavy hair, which experts are like, this started in the 70s. We've never seen busts like this, right? We see eyes looking up, which apparently is another thing that isn't part of that particular era of bronze busting.
Yes.
Anyway, so they're realizing this, right? And they're trying to get the word out about this, that these are forgeries. And everybody's like, no, because what happens is a lot of money is put into all of these sculptures.
You just follow the money, and there you go.
Have these,
That's not that hard to do.
Rich people invested all this money, but they've donated it to, for prestige. They've donated it to museums. Nobody wants to know that their prized possession is a fake, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's this catch-22, and nobody wants to. They estimate that 40 to 50% of the art on the market today is fake. It's forged. Can you imagine? Wow. It's huge. And so experts are sitting there going, guys, this stuff is coming into our museums, and we are studying artwork that isn't even part of the aura. We're studying fake artwork, right? Anyway, so that is the mystery of and they've never been found. They don't know anything about these guys. They just know it started in the 70s, and they have a list of ones that they're fake.
Now there's a conspiracy for you. The replacement.
It's conspiracy. I'll tell you something. But
art.
Anyway, the Spanish Master.
Yes.
There you go. And amongst other ones. I mean, it's a huge market, apparently massive.
Yeah.
So, anyway, and us Americans, we don't test nothing.
Why should we?
Just don't. We'll just take it.
It's on TV. We
And
should just
apparently,
believe it.
according to these guys, I don't know, but
It costs
in
a
this
lot of money. It's
documentary-
worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the money. What's the big deal?
What's
huh?
the big deal?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's
Tries to
my
do
story.
American impression using a French accent.
Who?
You.
That wasn't even French. That was more
It was- I
closer
thought
to
it was more
Italian or
Italian.
Jersey.
Yeah, it was-
you
it
know, I
was
was
like
trying
a-
to get
it
a
was a
little
mix.
Jersey and a little.
It
you
was
know,
it was a mix. It was a mix.
I'm not buying
Anyway,
it,
do we have
Pops,
time
I'm
for
not
one
buying
more
it.
or not so much? My clock over here must
6:25.
be incorrect.
6:25.
Mine says we have 5 minutes left.
Do you have? Is this a 5-minute
5
story?
minutes.
Yes. Yes.
5
By
minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So, this one needs pictures because I literally titled it Underwater River. And it doesn't make a lot of sense without the pictures. So as weird as it sounds, this gym is the 6th largest river. And it has its own trees and its own waterfalls. So it's
Oh.
So, is that the map there of where it's at?
Yeah, that's
That's
where
the
it's
map.
at.
About where
You
it's
said
at.
it's in the Black Sea, right?
it's
It's
under
under.
the Black Sea.
Oh, well, in or under?
It's
Under.
under.
It's under.
So
not
the
in.
It can't be
underwater
in.
river- the
In is
underwater-
under.
The underwater
Under,
river
in,
You mean under the ground?
No, it's literally the Black Sea, and then the water is
is under the water.
It literally, if you hit that, you go.
And I'll explain it in a little bit here.
It's so fascinating, Dad. It's
I
so
will
fascinating.
explain it in a little
Sorry.
bit.
Well, okay.
So the underwater river is a current of water flowing under the Black Sea.
Oh.
The discovery was made by a scientist at the University of Leeds in 2010. This river it's denser than the water surrounding it due to higher quantities of salinity, and it carries more sediments. So it has like salt and sand and gravel. It's denser, so it's more visible, and that's an aerial view of the Black Sea.
Oh,
And then
yes.
what's the next one there, Mom?
Looks like
There.
Australia.
Oh, okay.
And
is that
this
is that in it?
kind of a
No.
mock.
No, apologies.
This is a
Sorry about
mock-up
that. Doesn't look
diver.
like Australia. It doesn't really
This is a mock-up.
doesn't
This
look
is
like
a
Australia. It's probably not Australia.
father.
Did I say Australia?
Don't worry about it.
We don't know
Father.
what's happening.
I was apologizing because I
that's-
just
that's
in the
insulted all
water.
Australians. What?
Focus.
Oh, I did
What?
that.
So
Okay,
this
what are we
is
looking at?
this is a diver who's kind of mocking the underwaterness of it, and they've got a fishing pole there.
Now that
And
was my
there's-
first idea: is how do I get a pole down there? It was. It's like, hey,
Exactly.
let's go fishing.
I have there's just tons of pictures I gave
Okay.
Mom. She doesn't have to roll through them all.
How deep?
Okay,
Oh,
there's
that
another
kind of
one.
looks like a river-ish.
It's very weird, and without the images, underwater river sounds a little goofy, doesn't it?
Yeah. But did you discuss the quality of the water or anything about the
oh,
water
yeah,
itself?
she just
or?
yeah,
Yeah,
she talked
it's
about it.
like
It's more
heavier,
it's
denser,
denser.
yeah.
It's denser.
Yeah.
It has salt and sand, and it's a current. It flows.
Yeah.
And it's weird. So something that's kind of interesting is
Oh, is that the?
Oh, what's that?
now I don't know if that's kind of like a
Aerial view.
Oh,
of
that's
the-
where it's flowing.
yeah, that's where it's flowing.
Okay.
That's
heat. It's a heat signature.
so kind of something
Thingy.
that's a little bit interesting is where our rivers would
colder.
the currents that we would typically do and the twists and turns in our
Mhm.
water above ground
Mhm.
are the opposite for this one that's underwater. So the way that things typically turn and curve in the water
Yeah.
when moving
Yeah.
is opposite for this
Oh.
one.
Okay.
How does that work?
So it's like water flowing uphill. I don't know.
I don't know either. I was trying to read it and trying to figure it out, but I think what it means is like the way that it swirls or curves when it moves around
Okay.
bends is different above water compared to this river.
Interesting. That is
So
fascinating.
it's kind of like a backwards view on rivers.
yeah. Is it so? It clearly is different water.
Well,
Yeah.
now Matthew
It's
had a comment.
saltier. It's
Matthew
much
had an interesting.
saltier.
Matthew had an interesting
sorry.
comment. He says, "Now there's an underwater park in Australia. Funny, I mentioned Australia. When the snow melts every year, it's pretty cool." He says. So apparently, this isn't like totally like thing, you know. So,
do you put like a scuba diving suit to go down in the underwater park? How does that work?
I don't know.
But
know.
it's
It's
melting
probably,
snow. Why
I
would
think
you
Beverly
wanna
had
be
a good
under
idea.
the-
It's probably the
Sounds
Russians
cool.
invented it. I
It's
don't
the
know.
Russians.
It's their heavy water has been found by the Russians. So yeah.
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
one-
Anyway, I just thought that one was really interesting because you just say it. Imagine telling your friend, "Yeah, today
There's
I
an
heard about
underwater."
a underwater river." Yep.
Anyway, okay. So I think that about wraps up our crazy rabbit
This
hole
was crazy
trail
rabbit hole trail.
fake facts.
Just don't
facts
tell
and
everybody that you
theories and
spend a lot of time researching.
all day.
Oh, they.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is I've already researched these, so this is after research.
Re-researching.
Anyway,
Wow.
it's very exciting though.
You need a job.
Credits and links.
Yeah.
Oh, we do.
Oh,
We have all
yeah.
credits and links.
Okay,
We've got
gotcha.
them down in the description below if you're interested in checking out more on
Just go-
that.
Yeah.
We've got all that kind of good stuff there.
Check
If
that
you'd
out.
like to check out our channels, both us kids and Father on here, but also the kids not here, such as Bryson and Garen, who are working on a lathe at the moment. I'm sorry, did I
Yes.
give away too much?
No,
You'll
lathe
have to
is,
tune
you
into
said
the
the
Weekly
word
Peak
lathe.
this Friday. What did
Okay.
I say?
You said the word lathe.
What?
Is that
Word-
bad?
It's
Did
word
I
of
say
the,
that
word
wrong?
of the day. No, you did
Okay,
fine.
okay, we're good. Okay. Anyway, so if you'd like to check those out, they'll be down in the description below our channels as well. So, and Patreon. We
Patreon.
have
Okay, so we do have a Patreon account, and everybody is welcome to participate. Please. As a matter of fact, everyone should participate in the Patreon account. So, no, we're just totally welcome to do that if you guys would like to do that kind of thing. So,
It's
we're
like,
really cool.
It's like one of those
We're
crappy
really cool.
Yeah,
commercials.
we are really cool.
It's those scrappy commercials
Yeah.
on our Patreon. You can check
No.
it out down in the description.
It's like,
Help
have you
make
ever
us vid-
found-
help
it's
make
like,
videos better?
have you
Improve the
ever-
quality with
She's
us.
trying to talk.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
It's like one of those commercials that's like, have you ever found that there's way too much money in your wallet and you have nowhere to spend it? Have you ever noticed how much is in your bank and how you just don't even know where to put it? Well, we have the place for you.
Patreon.com.
solution.
Okay,
Patreon.
okay. No sales pitches. We honestly, we're very grateful for all of the support that we've had so far. We're very, very grateful. So, but I'm wearing a tie today, so it'd be nice to wear the dirty, oily shirt I normally wear. So it would be, there you
Anyway.
go.
Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you next Wednesday for
Yes,
another podcast
absolutely.
and Friday for another weekly peek. We'll see you.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.